Hello, and welcome to Monday. First, I would like to apologize for the general pastiness and puffiness and just that you're witnessing right now. But there's just nothing I can do about it at the moment, so we're just going to have to live with that. Secondly, I would just like to say to David, who talked about Friday, how he performed CPR on a person, that you're a hero, and I'm sorry that it didn't end well. It's very sad, and I think that you should still feel just as heroic as a person can possibly feel, because not everyone can be a hero in that kind of situation. And I might have talked about this subject before. I don't remember all these years and years of this. Who knows what has been said? I don't know. But I figured this is a good time. Why not we talk about that this week? Because some people can step up and do the heroic, brave thing, and there are some people who, and that's my fear, that I'm one of those. Not my fear. It's just why. So many years ago, I was waiting for a subway train in New York, in Brooklyn, and a blind man went right into the tracks, and I just froze. There was a train coming. The train, it was the worst possible scenario you could possibly imagine. You wake up, you're going to work, you're sitting there, blind man in the subway tracks, train coming. What do you do? Are you the person that just boom? Are you the hero, or are you the person who just stands there in shock and like, oh my god, what do I do? I want to live. I don't want to die. I don't want to jump. And then there are the other people. These two guys ran and saved the blind guy and pulled him out of the tracks. I often come back to that story because I think that if I saw a child, if a child was crossing the street and a car was coming, I think I would run out and I would try to save the child. I think I would. There's that TV show that's on now, that reality hidden camera show, What Would You Do or something. I think What Would You Do or something, where they create these situations and scenarios with actors, and then they see what people would do. I don't want to go anywhere for fear of being one of those people who's gonna, oh, he didn't help the person, or he didn't stand up for this person, or he didn't do that. Because I think I would, if you're in a restaurant and there's some man who's, screaming at his girlfriend who has a black eye, and he's saying, oh, you're da 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 da, and he's gonna beat her up, and he's being abusive, and there's the people in the restaurant looking around. I think that Gina would get up and yell at the guy or do something, but I would not get involved. I'm that person who's not going to get involved. And also, I think also because I work with the public, so I'm constantly in a situation where I have to be a part of people behaving badly, and still have to be nice to them. So I'm a hater. I'm a hater of people. So I think generally across the board, if a person, a grown person is in some kind of bad situation, am I gonna even? I know am I a bad person? I probably am. I'm a bad person, and I'm not going to say that I am sympathetic to Mel Gibson in his time of troubles, because it's not news to me that Mel Gibson is an asshole and kind of a hateful, racist, sexist, just kind of, he's just not. I'm sure, he's fun at a party, and I'm sure it maybe is great to work with if you're in a movie with him, and I'm sure he's probably nice to his coworkers and everything, and he could, or maybe not, I don't know. But my feeling is that, how did I start talking about Mel Gibson? I don't know, but I'm gonna bring it all together. He's not someone that I would want to be friends with, or I would never have anything to do with Mel Gibson. So I'm not defending Mel Gibson, but whenever these kinds of things happen, where people are in an uproar about something, frequently celebrity shenanigans, I think that I don't know why anyone is so surprised that someone is a jerk and, abusive to his girlfriend. Has anyone ever watched, the Jerry Springer show? Has anyone ever seen movies? I mean, it's like suddenly, oh my God, people say and do horrible things. And it's appalling. People are fucked up. People say and do fucked up things. And I strive, I might not save you if you're, blind and fall into the subway tracks, but I'm under no illusion that people are jerks. And I try. I try to be I try to be kind to people, and I don't want to get involved. I don't want to don't drag me into your psychodrama, but I'm in my sphere, personal sphere, I try to be kind and open-minded and non-judgmental and all of that. And that's the most I can do. But I'm not going to get up there and judge other people's bad behavior or be shocked by the bad behavior, because I've had a lot of coffee this morning, and if any of these topics inspires you to make a video response, we haven't had really video responses in forever, and people are vlogging less. And I haven't vlogged on my regular channel in a while, and it's summer. I know. And how long have I been? I've been talking a while. This will just be one of those vlogs that no one watches because it's 10 minutes long, and but make a video response because it's interesting. Are you the kind of person that is going to be able to perform CPR on someone, or rescue a blind person from the subway train, or jump in to save the day? Or are you the person who's just not going to get involved because you're just not that kind of person? And this topic is sounding familiar. We had this topic before, and also I made some notes. Are you that shocked that there are abusive, hateful, hate-speaking people, especially when people are in relationships and divorced people? They should start recording the things people going through divorce say to each other, because I'm telling you, I'm sure it's heinous, awful, horrible, horrible, horrible crap. That's all I have today.